This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Yes. What's going on, man? Exciting day. Always remember, whatever you think about comes about. Whatever you focus on grows. Anytime you get moves like this, you can pretty much anticipate they come back. These big gaps get filled. Price will return higher. As you see, this is the Dow Jones. Anytime you get these 800-point opens, that has nothing to do with America. I mean, look, it opened, I think it was down, we're probably 1% off the bottom. RSI on the Dow is now 20, was it 28? 28? No, 26. Last time we were down here. So we've broken support. I would probably anticipate we get back up into that here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works. Now, Putin did you a favor, bro. Let's see. So that's Dow Jones. What's up, Wall Street Junkie? We've broken support on a lot of stocks. For this week, what I was trying to target was a preferred dividend stock, PFF. I was trying to pick up some Dash, and I was trying to pick up some, what was the other one on my list? What was it? Oh, was it? Hold on. I think I texted out. No, I did not text it out, did I? I put it in the Discord. Anyway, I can't remember the third one offhand. But, yeah, what's up? Mr. 428 in the house. So we broke support on all the major indexes, and all we can do now is wait and see what happens. I sent out a thing to my group this morning and said, hey, man, charts aside, when you get big drops like this, I think you nibble at some of your favorite stocks, across the board. The blue chips, one that I was looking at that I put in our Discord that buy a share or two. 3M, it's gone straight down. It's undervalued by 20%. High quality dividend stocks got some legal issues. Now we got the pressure of war in Europe. Has very little to do with 3M. Maybe a little bit indirectly. These are the kind of stocks. So throughout my life, I've been in war. I've been in 2 invasions as far as being a soldier. And I've been on the other end of being a trader in wars, in the early wars of Iraq 2, 3, and 4, whatever number we're on now. And and what's up, Manny? So in a situation like that, I think the best thing to do is target quality. Don't overstress it. It's not something you need to be. A lot of people texting me this morning about needing to get out and this and that. Man, hey, if you're thinking that, you're on literally the opposite thought process of what you should be doing. I mean, that game was up here, the get out. Now, the lesson, though, today, one is a couple things I wanted to say. One is whenever you get these, and you're going to have these many, 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 many more times in your life where you just wake up, there's a war. It goes back since humanity. We're going to have these. There's going to be viruses. There's going to be scandals. These things are just going to be part of your life. And what I like to do is just nibble on those top quality. When I mean, I'm talking like the 3Ms, the Procter and Gamble's, the stuff that you really can't get on sale very much. I mean, this one's just now headed down, so I would wait on this. But these are the times that you can get those kind of stocks. I think Uber hit a low of 31. Look at Uber coming back. So I bought some Uber at the open. If you understand evaluations on your stocks, then, that's when you get into the realm of, this is not trading now. This is like being like Buffett, where once you understand the value of your company, I spent $100 on Uber last night. Okay. I was in a fucking Uber. I'm going to post a video today because I recorded the driver. We were having a conversation. And I mean, it's a beautiful business model. It's way undervalued. If I can get it even cheaper, I just nibble, man. We just nibble because we don't know if the down move is over, but you want to nibble. I mean, look at that was just an absurd, all trading rules aside, all chart. When you wake up and you have a massive move down, if you have the liquidity, and I don't mean huge buys either. It could just be like, one share of this, one share of 3M, one share of Coca-Cola or whatever. Also, number two, Coke is barely even down. Look at this. We see oil stocks go red. Now, I bet most of you would have thought oil was going to rip. Oil stocks are going to rip. No, man, they're not going to rip. The oil thing has been played out. And you say, what do you mean? Dude, when everyone agrees that oil's going higher, it's over. If everyone agrees with something, if everyone agrees with a trade, that trade is done. So we've been trimming oil stocks. Does that mean it can't break out and push a little higher? It could, but I have no interest in oil stocks right now. And the reason is everyone else likes them, and I don't like what everyone else likes. Fuck them. They're usually wrong. So I want to buy what everyone doesn't like and then sell it to them when everybody likes it. So I've been trimming oil stocks into this here. Now, could oil go higher? Absolutely. I'm not oblivious to that fact, but I like many other stocks way more than I like oil here. Getting a weird hum on my computer. If I crash, that's probably what happened. Hopefully not. You still buying SoFi? Yeah, I'm not buying today. I can't buy every stock I own in the same day. But would I buy here? Absolutely. This thing is crazy undervalued. SoFi is crazy undervalued here. Now, so everyone would think, oil stocks are going to rip. Dude, when it's obvious, that's usually not what rips, okay? Whenever it's obvious, that's usually not what rips. Another, call it a lesson, whatever you want to call it. Whenever you get a day like that and the Dow plunges 800, 900 points, look at what stocks... Man, he says, imagine that, buy weakness, sell strength. And obviously I'm not talking day trading there. That's a whole different game, right? When you're trading shorter term, that's a whole different game. But notice this stock here. For a while, I've been talking about HBI. I've been accumulating shares of HBI. It's way undervalued, like 30-40%. And I've been saying this probably the bottom. Well, notice today, it was one of the first stocks on my screen that went green. As a matter of fact, it's above yesterday's price. So what does that tell you? Dow's down 800 points, and this stock is green. What does that tell you? It probably means that's the bottom, because anything below that was an absurd discount. So hedge funds, big corporate funds, insurance companies, home offices, family offices. They're targeting these. They need that income. They need this dividend yield. So if that thing has stopped going red on a day like today, if it couldn't go red on a day where there's a war in Eastern Europe and the Dow plunges 800 points and this stock goes green, what does that tell you? Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to rip, but it does tell you you're probably sitting at the bottom, right? So, and if you look on that stock, and again, this is, not trading. Well, it could be trading. We're looking at, it's undervalued by 43%. Nice, almost 4% dividend yield. So when I buy and hold, that's what I'm looking to add. And then when I see a day like today, it confirms my conviction in the stock that, this price down here was absurd. And now we're pushing higher. Let's see. Now, as far as trading, Dash, that was the other one I couldn't remember the name of earlier. Dash is one on my thing, and I was saying if this comes back in the box. So my plan this week was as if Dash came back in the box to start adding. Well, we got a monkey wrench thrown into that plan in that when I woke up, some high quality names were down big time. So the money I was going to put into Dash, I had to allocate to what I would call rare opportunities. So I'll come back to Dash. Dash is safe. It's back in the box. So I really do think this is the bottom for Dash. I mean, obviously, maybe not. But if we look at what do they think it's worth, even with the interest rates and the downgrades, we're looking at 164. Let's say they're half. I mean, I doubt they're that half wrong. But so, I like Dash here, man. I like Dash here. It's back in the box. Dow plunges 800 points. Dash comes back in the box. What does that tell you? So I didn't use any money to buy those stocks today. I've already got a nice position in a lot of those. But it's important, so keep all that stuff in mind. One, when you wake up and the Dow's plummeted that far, if your thought is, and I'm getting this a lot from a lot of people, they're explaining to me why maybe they should pull their money out of stocks. And they have these grand ideas. Well, I'm going to be buying a house next year. I'm going to be blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bullshit. You're scared and you're not fucking saying it. That's the truth. You need to say it out loud so that you know what it is you're saying. And then I ask them, go back in history and see how well that's played out for people. Was that the answer in the previous growth stock crashes? This is not the first time, guys. This is not the first war. This is not the first virus. None of this shit is new. It's just over and over and over. It's the same shit over and over. There's nothing new scaring the stock market, right? At one point, trains were technology stocks. You understand that, right? Trains. They were the technology stocks of their day. And they ran up and they crashed and they ran up and they crashed and they ran up and they crashed, and they're still here today. At one point, Exxon was a technology stock. It was modern technology to pull oil out of the ground. At one point, AT&T was a technology stock. You get that, right? Campbell's was a technology stock. They created the technology to put food and preserve it in canning, right? So these none of these things are new. And what will happen is your mind will start playing tricks on you. And here's what you'll start to do. And if you've watched me and the professor, I don't know if I put this part out in the video. One of the things that we talked about at the event we had at my house was this idea that you start I could have done this with the money game. Oh, if I would have pulled my money out, I could have done this and that. That means you're actually not committed to the process. You're already making up things. I could have bought a car. I could have done this. I could have done that. Right? And it's a stupid game to play with yourself. It just, all you're doing is cutting your conviction. And you'll never actually build wealth in the stock market because you don't have the conviction. So be careful when you play that game, man. Let's see. Yeah, like the professor said, a phenomenal history lesson. So use these events. There'll be wars in the future. And when you wake up and the Dow's down 1,000 points, buy some gold, man. Not gold as in gold stocks, but buy some of the quality names in your portfolio that you really like that you can't believe that the price is at now. You know, when I woke up and Uber was at $30, I mean, I'm just shocked. Shocked like a little giddy schoolgirl, like, oh my God, let me get some of that. So it's already up $2 from that buy, man. Yep. Me and Professor talked about that. Let's see. So, you know, just to recap, we had a few Money Flow members come in. First thing I do whenever I have a big, massive down day is I look and see in my portfolio what did not go down. Why did that not go down? Where's Palantir? Palantir didn't go down, did it? What does that mean? Palantir is actually higher than it's been the last 3 or 4 days. So what is this? What is this? This is now actually a buy signal, right? 1 day, 2 days, it's back in the box. It broke the box, came back in the box, and now it's above the 5-day moving average. What's happening here? That's crazy strength. So while this, what I would call almost a breakout, you know, I do have some people trying to make excuses why they should get out of stocks. At the very moment, they should be buying more. You know, at the very moment, they should be trying to, you know, I did this video the other day and you said, well, I don't have any money to buy more. First off, that's bullshit. You have $5, right? You ain't got $5? You go, what do you mean? You can buy stocks in Cash App with fucking $1. So the idea that you know, stop that talk automatically. You have money. Let's see. Yeah, Palantir's already positive, man. Look at this. So my growth stocks are already green today. How about that? I mean, so what does that tell you? That tells you this is probably a bottom for Palantir. Probably a bottom. That price there was pretty absurd. So we'll see. We'll see. You're very welcome for the service thing. Let's see. If you're building a Roth, is there a certain number of stocks you should stay under? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think, you know, I think it's fine. You're gonna hear people tell you 10, 20 stocks, 30 stocks. I mean, I got 60 something stocks in my buy and hold. Now, maybe not day one, but, you know, over time, I would build them out, you know. Let's look at Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin's buyable here. We were talking about this yesterday. Whenever Bitcoin goes into a stage 4 decline, I turn on my daily buy drip. And you say, what do you mean? Meaning when Bitcoin starts to sell off, I turn on a small drip every day, $25, $50. So for every stage 4, whenever it goes into one, and then when it breaks out, I stop. So I'm literally doing it the opposite. I only want to buy in downtrends, and then once it turns up, I stop. I'm doing the opposite with Bitcoin. You say, what do you mean? I mean, I'll buy all the stage 4, and then the moment it stops and goes into a stage 1, I kind of stop buying. So, you know, this is not a box. It's holding. I mean, this is still a stage 4 technically, because look. I mean, it's back in the previous box, so to speak, up. So, I mean, it's doing the pattern, right? That's the money flow pattern. And it's back to the previous stage 1. That's support level. But I need to see some more days. Now, if it gets up into here, maybe we can call that the box. Would you ever sell cost basis and wait for another drop? No. Why, dude? Mental masturbation. Here's why. 1, I don't believe you're disciplined enough to buy the same amount. I've never met a human being capable of doing that. So here's what happens. Let's say you got $10,000 in Bitcoin and it drops and you're like, I could have saved myself this much money if I would have sold. Okay, so then you sell. And now you're sitting on this cash, and then you see a breakout in XYZ stock, and you go, well, I'll buy that. And then when Bitcoin sets up, you're like, oh, I don't have enough money. Oh, and then you end up in a smaller position in Bitcoin than you did have, and then it rips without you. So, yeah, you could do that, but my fear is that Bitcoin goes to 100, 200,000, and I was too stupid to be in it. That's my fear. My fear is that I do something stupid, like sell my Bitcoin, and then it rips higher and I'm not in it. I'd never be able to forgive myself. Maybe you can forgive yourself, but I can't. So the Bitcoin is the one that I would not do that. Now, if you don't have the faith or the belief in that asset, the conviction that I have, then yes, fine, trade around it. Trade it like a stock. That's fine. I'm just telling you why I wouldn't do it. So if you believe in the asset, I would not be doing that. There are ways to short it, you know. You can short Bitcoin to hedge your position. And that's coming soon. Like you can short ARK, right? You guys know that, right? There's an ARK. You could hedge your positions in ARK. You could hedge your growth stocks with the inverse to ARK, you know. And there'll be an inverse to Bitcoin coming very soon, that where you could take a 20% or 30% short position in Bitcoin. That way, if it goes up, you would make money, but if it goes down, you could cover those shorts, right? So that's coming, man. That's coming soon. Yeah, fuck Kathy and dumping PLTR. I don't give a fuck what she's dumping. She's wrong. How about that? So, remember when Buffett dumped Delta Airlines at what, 15 bucks or something, and then we rode it from 15 to 47. So now that Kathy's out of PLTR, that means the stock can go higher, because that's usually what that means. Yeah, I really don't give a shit what she's dumping or buying. I mean, I like Kathy. I keep an eye on her. But if she sells a stock, would not make me sell a stock. At all. At all. Here's why. She's running a fund. She could have been forced to liquidate that stock for any number of reasons. They could have needed to sell a stock just so they have cash, and it's just not a high conviction stock for her. And she's like, hey, I got to dump something. So that's what they chose to dump. Doesn't mean I got to dump it. So opinions. I bought some AG&C today. So these are the kind that I was saying. When you wake up and the Dow's down, 800, 900 points, and you got a buy and hold account, I mean, charts aside, trading aside, all that aside, just buy the open. So look at this. I mean, it's already come up nice. Those down opens like that are almost always nonsense. So, across three, I have a triple leverage fund accounts that I use. Same thing, I would buy into those. Again, is that the normal trading strategy? No, but these aren't normal times when you get big dumps like that. That's not a normal time. That doesn't mean the downtrend is done. It just means these opens where you have these big gaps, they almost always get filled, man. And so use that to buy your favorite stocks, not penny stocks, but the AG&Cs, the Palantirs, the Ubers, the quality dividend stocks. PFF is one that's been on my list. This is a new buy and hold for me. PFF, it's a preferred payer, pays monthly. I love AG&C here. It's probably undervalued by about 20-25%. This is when you want to buy REITs. When the REITs are up and high and everybody likes REITs is not when you want to buy REITs. Let's see. If you're buying and holding the triples, you need to understand the way to do that. There's a strategy to do that. I do it but it's balanced with that and bonds. So careful on those. And I would keep those. If it was me, I would keep those triples in a separate fund, a separate account. That's what I do. Otherwise, it'll play tricks with your mind, man. This stuff will play tricks with your mind. If you have your growth stocks tied up in your dividend stocks and they're all in the same account, you're going to be all fucked up every day. You got to learn to separate these things, man. You got to learn to separate these things. Let's see. Fedex. That's another quality stock that if you woke up and it's gapped down like today, I'd be a buyer, man. I would nibble on that. TQ, UPRO. I like the UPRO if you're going to buy and hold them. But I understand if you buy and hold those, they can move 60, 70%. Some of you guys, your account moves 70%. You walk around peeing yourself. That's when most people are looking to get out, man. just when they should be doubling down and shit. Yeah, I like Fedex here. 3M was one on my list. I mean, look, it's still going down, man. So not all these have turned. If you're an index fund buyer, now's a good time to buy index funds. I mean, right? That now's when you would do that, man. You know, none of this is trading. Facebook's coming back. Look at that. It's coming back. None of this is trading. Facebook is almost back to even. I mean, my growth account went positive earlier, so I never care if my dividend stocks are down. Fuck, dude. I pray they're down. I walk around going, please, God, can we have a stock market crash that scares everyone to death so I can buy all of fucking Dow, the whole damn company. Like, I need that, man. At 52, I need these dividend stocks to crash. I need them crashing bad. I need a goddamn global fucking something. Something to happen to bring these dividend stocks down. They're way too high, man. I don't know. I think Bitcoin could go anywhere from 0 to 1 million. Are you guys really asking if the VOO or the SPY are buys? Come on, guys. Of course these are buys. Really? Come on. That's a given, guys. Index funds are a given. Let's see. Yeah, because it's triple leveraged, man. You need to read on them. Triple leveraged. That the leverage, they have to redo it every day, but when it goes up or down, it's not going to be exactly the same, man. It's not fucking. They're not Mr. Wizard. They're doing their best. It's. I mean, how do you think you? So if I gave you $1 million and said go create a triple leveraged fund, you'd have no fucking clue how to do that. And when they go and do that, they have to. There's expenses in their fund, and then they have to somehow create that leverage, and it's not a perfect thing, man. So it'll run up. Do the math on that. If you triple leverage something, it'll run up, higher and then come down. That's why I tell people when you do the charts, if you're looking at charts, you gotta use the unleveraged fund, not the leveraged fund, to make your decisions, because they'll get out of whack. Well, oil stocks we're getting a sell signal on oil stocks. Does that mean they go down? I don't know, but that's a sell signal. So if we're looking at the money flow, stage 1, stage 2 breakout, stage 3, stage 4 correction, then stage 1, stage 2 breakout. Now we're in a stage 3 and it's starting to roll over. How far does it go? I don't know, man. I can't imagine it goes too far. And the appetite for these oil stocks is pretty high. But we'll see. This is the XLE. If you go look at Exxon, and maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I already sold some Exxon, so I'm done selling what I'm going to sell. My largest holdings are oil stocks. Exxon, Chevron, Conoco, ET. These are MLPs, ET, MLPX. That's another one, So, and when I say sell, I don't mean sell the damn stock. I'm saying it's on a sell signal. So if you've read my book, which obviously you fucking haven't, so now you're just being greedy. You're out here buying fucking lunch, can't buy a book. That is a sell signal. When price rolls over. Hunter, stop being greedy and buy the damn book. What's wrong with you? And if you bought it, read it. Get your shit together, Hunter. So as this rolls over, Hunter, get your shit together. Get your shit together. As this rolls over, it goes from a stage 3 to a stage 4. That does not necessarily mean I would sell it, but that is a sell signal. It would depend on what your goals are. So if you're a short seller, isn't that what you're looking for? To roll over? No, I'm pretty much out of most of my gold stuff, not all of it. Let's look at the Russian index, the RSX. So again, what was the sell signal on the Russian index? There was one. There's one, right? What do you mean? Everything turned negative. Price is below the 20-day moving average right there. Can I get a book for free, please? No. Fucking no. You can't get a book for free. Now, my free book, you can hit my bio link, sir. But the trading book costs money. Why are you so cheap anyway? So this is the Russian index. That was pretty brutal. So if you were short that, nice. And there's an ETF to short that. Just by the way. You could have been short Russia. Here's the problem with shorting around news, and people do, but what if they decided not to invade? Then it probably would have went up pretty big. So that's a pretty big drop. I'd probably be covering that short, or at least covering some of it. I don't have any money. Well, if you don't have any money, you don't need the damn book. The first question, you need my free ebook, which tells you take your ass to work, stop hanging out on Instagram, and work every day. Stop hanging out with your loser friends. That's why you don't have any money, because you hang out with losers all day. Instead, you should be at work instead of on fucking Instagram right now. Let's see. Hold on. I got to block. So everybody that ain't got no money should be at work and not on Instagram. I know I'm blocking these bots as they come in. Let's see. So that's about all we got. I mean, the lesson today, I would go through your portfolio and look at what has stopped dropping. Like look at CRM. CRM's coming up. Do I think it's the bottom? I don't know, man. I don't know if it's the bottom, but I do know whenever you get these gap downs like that, they get filled. I mean, almost immediately. And that's to the up or the down. So when you get a stock that gaps up, like remember I was telling everybody not to buy Google because of the 5-for-1 split, because that's a stupid reason to buy stocks. I'll repeat it again. It's a stupid reason to buy a stock because it's doing a split. Let me say that again. It is a stupid reason to buy. For the kids in the back that smoked a lot of weed in high school, it is a stupid reason to buy a stock because it's splitting. Look at Google. See that big gap on its earnings? Where did it stop? Previous high, right? That's one of the basic tenets of the money flow. Price has memory. That's how we get support and resistance. And then what? It immediately went straight down. Where did Google stop? Oh my God. Right where it stopped before. Man, if this don't tell you, come on, look at that. It stopped up here, exactly where it stopped before. Let me do it so I know I got a lot of slow kids in high school that smoked way too much. Now watch, just for those kids. I'm going to make it as simple as possible. Connect the dots, man. Look at that. Previous high, previous low. See it? Previous high, previous low. Let's see. Never, ever, ever buy a stock because of split. Now, if you like the stock, you're already in the stock, you've already been buying the stock, that's a different conversation. But just to buy it because of a split is dumb. Very, very dumb. Now I love it. Now it's a great setup here. It's still a little too soon yet, unless you were already in it maybe. Let's see. A lot of weed smokers on here, apparently. So, yeah, Google, I mean, for me, it's a little early. If you caught the bottom when it opened, good move for you. I would wait to add to this. Remember, we don't know if these are the actual bottoms, but we do want to take advantage when we get these. So go look in your portfolio and go, hey, what didn't drop? What didn't drop? What didn't drop? And that tells you what? Those stocks are probably done going down. That's what that tells you. You nibbled today? Let's see. this Google chart is a good example of, you see, now sometimes it's hard to see the money flow pattern, right? There's a box stage one. Hold on, let me back this out a little bit. There's a box stage one, right? Price ran up, right? So you see as we start building this out, now sometimes they get a little wonky, right? That's your gray areas. Then your stage 4 decline, right? Went down. So if you see that, what are you seeing? You're seeing that, right? Now, the 20 is just a guide. Ultimately, it's the price pattern. That the straight line you see here, that's the 20-day moving average. And you'll see price kind of goes above it, below it, above it, below it, above it, below it. But the definition of an uptrend is price is above the 20-day moving average, moving higher. And the definition of a downtrend is price is below it and moving down. And what you'll see is the moving averages, it's not so much about the crossovers as the numerical alignment. Once they're numerically aligned in a stage 2, it'll be price and then the 5-day and then the 10-day and then the 20. Over here, it'll be price and then 5, 10, 20 in the opposite numerical alignment. And that there's really no difference between a 2 and a stage 4. One's going up and one is going down, but the pattern is the same. Same in a 3 and a stage 1. Stage 1 is a zone, they call it accumulation because people are accumulating shares, which means that it stops it from dropping. And then a stage 3, they call it distribution, meaning they're distributing the shares, which starts to cause it to sell off. If we look over at a clear example of this right now, look at Exxon. This is a stage 3 accumulation, okay? Right here. Look, stage 3. What? There's a stage 3, stage 1, right? So where are our breakouts? Right there. There's your main breakout, right? If you take it back, over there's a breakout. And what did you have? Right? Stage 2. Now look at the numerical alignment of the moving averages. 5-day, 10-day, 20. Where's price? Above it. And as long as price is printing above that 20, that's a stage 2, right? And if we look at the RSI, which is up here, what are we looking for? All I really care about on the RSI, is it red or green? Is it red or green? So as it's moving higher, the moment it goes green right there, that tells me I need to lock in some profits. I need to lock in some profits. That's all it's saying. And the same over here. So oil stocks have been screaming overbought for a minute, right? So we need to lock in some gains. So I was selling some up in here, trimming it. This one's played out perfect. And now what? What do we see on Exxon? What do we see on Exxon? Price is below the 5, below the 10, below the 20. The moving averages are numerically aligned pointing down. So what is happening on Exxon right now? Right here. It's a stage 4 decline. Stage 4 decline. Now, would I short these? Hell no. I would not short these. Stage 3. That's beautiful, right? Oh man, let me block all these punks. Let's see. Unless you're my friend, if you tell us it's your birthday, I'm going to block you because I don't really care. Unless you're my friend. Regio, appreciate you, bro. Reason for no short? Yeah, we're not shorting oil stocks because they're in a fucking strong uptrend, man. You don't want to short uptrends, at least in my world. I like to short downtrends. Why? Because once it's in an uptrend, meaning what? This is an uptrend, man. You don't have to. It doesn't take much to realize this is up. Okay, I'd rather short weakness. Now we can play around with how you define bullish or bearish, but this is right here very bullish. This is way above the 200. So no, I would be looking for weak stocks to short, not strong stocks to short. Meaning this could very easily turn around and head higher, guys. So you want to short weak stocks, not strong stocks. Makes sense? You want to short weak stocks, not strong stocks, if you're looking to short. I'm not much on shorting. I'm not against it. I'd just rather put my money to work in quality companies that I can sit back and collect my money down the road. If you're into shorting, that's cool. I'm not against it. I show people how to do it in my book right there. Boom. You want to short the down moves. I mean, it's not complicated. But shorting is the opposite of a buy. I just over time, I just find I make more money not doing it. You know. Also, don't try to grind out it. Sometimes I get people, they want to grind out an income out of the stock market. It's not set up like that, man. That's not you don't want to turn to this to try to pay bills and things like that. That's not what you want to do. You want to use wages pay your bills. Wages, right? Profits make you rich. Wages pay bills. So we don't want our profits to pay bills. We want our profits to buy more shit that makes us more profits. Make sense? Right? I don't want to flip a house to pay bills. I want to flip a house to buy 3 more houses. That's different, right? I want another way to pay my bills, man. Now we're not doing options, Henry. Plenty of guys will teach you options. But even in the options game, same thing, man. The prices move like this, you know. Now, if you're going to do options, you're probably going to want to learn to do, like my friend Ashton teaches, you know, doing various straddles, and I think he calls them something else, but you know what I'm saying. Again, if anything, if I was going to do options, when I got sell signals, maybe I buy puts. I hold my shares and I buy puts. So rather than say short it, I'd buy a little protection. So as it comes down, I can always cover the put, you know. Not my game, but you can do it for sure. Okay, I guess I got to block this guy. That is a very mean thing to say, sir. Let's see. All right, congratulations. Wag got his first dividend payment today. Very cool, sir. How old are you? Tony said he made $500 on Ukraine. Yeah, I don't know. I get these guys. I get a lot of haters, man. I get a lot of haters. I don't know why they hate me. I feel like I'm a nice guy. Right, Flop Eddie got it. I like your model. I call that model the push, by the way. I'm sure I didn't invent it. It's just my little mind game that I play. I think you need to create little games with yourself for money. Sometimes it's not the most effective thing. You know, like I used to take my rent collections. I'd pay the mortgage, the insurance, set aside a little bit for repairs, and then what was left, I'd push into my IRA, my SEP IRA. I'd push into the dividend stocks. And I'd buy real quality shit, you know. And then the money I would make working, I'd put in my trading account or buy properties. And that was the game I played, man. That was the game I played. And that game has helped me. You know, is that, you know, the most effective way? I don't know. Let's look at Walmart. Woo! I wouldn't be a buyer of Walmart here, man. I'm in Walmart. This is not cheap. And you say, what do you mean? Well, look. That RSI is not extreme. What does that tell you? That means it could go lower. Let's just go back through the chart. And wherever you see the RSI extreme, just put a line on it. And what did you see? That was the bottom. That was the bottom. There's the money flow pattern. See it? Money flow pattern. Now, if I wanted to play the options game with Walmart, if I could catch it under the 200-day moving average and it's undervalued 20-30%, I step in, I buy my call options 30-40 days out or 3 or 4 months out. Same over here, right? Same over here. That's where I'm looking to be a buyer. This is not extreme yet. That tells me this could go lower. And if we look at the move, where's price? Right there. There's the price. 5-day, 10-day, 20-day. To me, this says it still could go lower. So this is not what I would say is a great buy right now. I would wait on Walmart. I'd rather see it go sideways and I buy a little higher, or I wait and I try to get it a little lower. Does that make sense? Yeah, let's check out Crocs. I was checking that chart out earlier, man. I'm not in this, but I think I posted it in Discord. It's creating a box now. Now, to be fair, and I want to be fair because I believe in transparency and I get shit wrong. All I can tell you is I trade a strategy. I don't know where the market's going, but I just do the same thing repetitively. I would have said I like it here. That's a stage one. And then I would have said this is a breakout. And then it collapsed. But that's exactly what we had over here, and it went up, right? So I don't know direction. So market conditions can change. So you got to, with that in mind, and then I would have said I like it here. And that's a breakout. And it was wrong. So another guy could step in and say, hey, Gerald, fuck you. Your system doesn't work for shit. I did it here, lost money. I did it here, lost money. Fine. But then I can go show you another chart where it worked just fine, right? So there is such a thing as stock selection. And if you're a good stock picker, you're going to find that this pattern of price movement will really help you. All stocks that go up break out according to the money flow. That doesn't help you pick stocks. Meaning a shitty stock can go through this pattern or they can get into some sort of sector problem. What if oil's plummeting? Well, then you could buy every stage one in Exxon and they're going to keep being new stage ones. And I did that. The reason I've made a lot of money in oil stocks this go around is I bought every stage one all the way down to oil being zero and Exxon was $25 or whatever it was. And we bought it at 54 stage one. We bought it at 35 stage one. I bought it at 26 stage one. And then as it turned and ripped, now it's at what, $80? Made a shit ton of money. But if you were new trading with me and you were like, okay, I bought there, now I bought here, now this asshole's telling me to buy here? No. But that's my plan. That's called position trading. I'm trading around the position. So if you're doing the money flow, be real clear in your own mind what is it you're doing. So, if you're going to use stops, but don't complain when you get stopped out. That's part of the game, man. Okay? So I like it here. This is a new box. This is I like it, man. Long way to say I like it. I like it. I don't know what to say, man. And let's say ultimately this thing comes back, life gets back to normal, and you end up over here at 165. Well, you're going to be like, man, I love this money flow thing. But that might take 6 months. There's a video out there of a guy reviewing my strategy, and he says that. He says that his one complaint is that I'll keep buying stage ones, and ultimately it looks like that I'm right, but if you don't have the heart or the conviction, that's probably not the strategy for you. Does that make sense? Let's see. I like Crocs here, man. Let's see. What do they have on it, though? I'm sure it's much higher, but let's see. Yeah, 165, dude. Dude, that was reiterated. Look at this. Reiterated yesterday. But it was also reiterated as a hold. So it's a little bit of a controversial stock. But this guy here, Sam Poser, what a cool name. Oh, Sam. Sam's got a 5-star rating, baby. Look at this one. Look at her haircut, man. What the fuck? Come on, Laura. You got to do something about that. You can't go to Wall Street like that. Loop Capital? Come on, man. That's a crazy hairdo, man. That's a crazy hairdo, right? That's not just me. That's crazy. Oh, Susan. She looks mad. Look at Mitch. Now, that's the kind of guy you listen to. Got the glasses, look goofy as fuck. You know he's smart. And he's got a 5-star rating. Nice. I'm going with Mitch. I like Erin, too. She's smiling. So, yeah, controversial stock. Erin's got a buy on it. Mitch has a hold on it. Oh, Laura, she has a buy on it. That's a crazy hairdo. I like it, man. What is wrong with her hair, man? He said, is that Ivan Greco's wife from Rocky? Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny. Let's look at Roku. I'm pretty underwater in this. Roku's a core position for me, man. I'll be riding it to zero. I don't know what to tell you. Don't hate me. This is a box here, man. This is technically a box. We got a low. There's our pivot. And we always count the pivot point. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. I'd like to see it get above that 5-day moving average. It's not. So MACD just ticked. And Stochastics just came out. This is a buy signal. Yeah, it's nibble. It's nibble. Keep it small because we're still in a downtrend, guys. That's still a downtrend. Now, you're going to see a lot of chartists when these downtrend, when this when this sloping trend line gets broke, you're going to see a lot of, because this is a buy signal in a lot of trading strategies. We're a long ways from there, but we will have been well positioned by then. Look at, okay. So I got hecklers. Dean says, hey, G, isn't the hair thing a little like the kettle and the pot talking? So apparently, Dean does not like my hair. Man, that's not cool. I thought I had nice hair. Man, Dean. That's not cool. Angie says, look at OSTK, or it's moving. Damn, done hurt my feelings, man. Can't even tell jokes anymore. Let's see. Guess I can't tell fat jokes either. They'll be calling me fat. Oh, nice, Angie. This is a nice breakout. Nice. So what is this telling you here, man? Fuck, man. Look at this too, man. If you were all over this. Let's see. Boom. This is one of those, what did we call this? Some of you guys came through my first boot camp I did, and we had a huge win I used to do, well, I say used to, I've done it once or twice. I'll do these 30-day boot camps, and we go through the money flow each day. I go live with the market. I try to find us trades that we can trade together, and I ask everybody to take very small trades. And we had one in Lyft that went just like this. Sideways, went up. That's a small money flow pattern, right? Down. So if you're looking at the money flow, that is a very small money flow pattern. Whenever you start seeing them small like that, they can be frustrating because it's like a buy, sell, buy. Like it's frustrating because it's not giving you a lot of room. and then it did this bottom. Never puts in a stage one, just immediately breaks out above the 20. And that's one of the things of the money flow is I like to nibble stage ones, but the real buy signal is when price breaks above this green line. And that's what you're seeing right here. I like it. This stock can fly too, man. This overstock. OSTK. If you're in that, congratulations, Angie. Let's see. $90, dude. That's nice. This is that I had beautiful hair. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I like it. Good call. Good call. Nice. I mean, this is a buy right now if you were just looking to trade something. You want to trade shit going up if you're trying to short-term trade. Just out of curiosity, let's drop this down to a 1-hour chart, man. Let's see what we see. Yeah, man, even on the 1 hour, see that big ass pop? Now, you guys that are day trading, I don't want to say more effective. A strategy I used to use, same concept, the money flow. Maybe you play with the moving averages. I never really did. And what I would look for is the same thing. I would watch and wait. I would wait for these stage ones to be established. I wouldn't buy them. I would wait. And then the moment they broke above the stage one box and above that green line, I would buy. And then I would put my stop right there. So let me clean this up so you see what I'm saying. This is how I used to quasi swing trade, day trade. I'd wait for the box. And again, you'll see it. It's not perfect. And once the break, once it was breaking above it, I'm looking to buy as quick as I can. And my stop goes here. Now, it's on a 1 hour chart, so that's not that big a range. That's like a $41 buy, $39 stop, right? Not that big a deal. And the moment the RSI would go extreme, I'd close out half the position. And the moment it broke the stage 3 box, and play with this, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm out. What do? I wait again for the setup. I'm waiting for the stage 1. I'm waiting for the break above it. I make the buy. I place my stop here. Same thing. I let it run. RSI goes extreme. I close half the position. I wait for an obvious stage 3, and then I'm out. See what I was doing there? That's the money flow on a 1 hour chart. What's changed about it? I'm not buying stage 1s. I'm not buying. I'm waiting for the breakout. So same thing. If I wanted to short it, same thing. I'm waiting for what? Stage 3 to break down, and then I'm short. And when am I covering it? When the RSI goes extreme or price stops dropping and goes into a new stage 1. I got to cover the short. And so this, just look at this. Boom, short. Now what? You're going to start covering it when the RSI went extreme. And you can play this out. Some stocks you have to use different time frames. It doesn't flow right. Just out of curiosity, I haven't looked at Bitcoin in a minute. And sometimes they stop flowing correctly. They get what I call out of the money flow. Yeah, see, Bitcoin on a 1 hour just doesn't flow right. It doesn't give you enough move. The downtrend has just been so extreme. But then you would just trade it to the downside. And what I would do typically, right? I'm just giving you what I used to do on the short frame. If it was in an uptrend, I only took up trades, and if it was in a downtrend, I only took down trades. So in Bitcoin, I would have just been shorting, and that's the money flow on a much shorter time frame, man. Yeah, no worries, Dean. It's all good, bro. So let's see. This dude logs in. Hello, girls. All right, that's such a weird opening line, dude. Let's see. Adding to solo. Let's look at solo. Penny stock that I own. Oh, shit. I'm on a 1 hour. Hold on. I was about to say, goddamn. I don't know. Yeah, Uber was a buy at the open. Would I buy Uber here? It's not set up as a money. Well, let me see the chart. No, technically I would not buy solo here. I did buy some at the open just because of the gap down. I thought it was ridiculous, and you can see they've come up. And that was the lesson from this morning. When you see these Dow down 1,000, 800, 1,000, and you're getting these gaps, especially in these really quality companies, that's what I'm looking. I mean, I would, money flow rules aside, I would buy those. Not a lot, because it's still a downtrend, but I would nibble into them. Let's see. Yes, like he said, if you're long Uber, then it was probably worth a little nibble just to bring that price point down. But, hey, it's almost back in the box. I'm misspeaking here. If it's back in the box, it's a buy. Depends on where you're drawing the box, man. One thing you'll notice about Uber, it likes to play with the 20, man. You got to give it a little room around the 20. Fuck, dude, I like it. I bought some this morning, so I didn't buy a lot. I just bought 3 shares, man. I bought 3 shares, so. I just sent a text out to my group and said, buy your favorites. if you got the money. We'll see, man. It's a little hard to call the bottom. Let's see. JB Hunt's not a ticker, sir. I think that's all I got, man. Look at this guy. Jesus. Block this guy. I already blocked him. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't typically buy at the open either. When I get gap downs, I'll take a shot at it. Other than that, that's not how I like to, that's not the money flow. That's not the trading strategy. Are you adding to basic materials? Ooh, Angie's getting fancy questions. Mine are moving, but RSIs are already high, so I'm hesitant. No, I agree with you. No, I'm not adding here. I was looking for stuff that I thought was just ridiculously cheap. That's what I was adding to. Thoughts on weekly charts when it's going straight down? I would only go to a weekly to look for support. An example would be 3M. 3M is now undervalued. And they've got legal troubles. I think this gap down, I think this price is a little ridiculous here. But if, like he said, there is no support. If you look left, there's nothing. Okay. So in this case, I would drop to a weekly just to see if we got any support. And there's possible support right where it's at. Jeez. And then the next level down is way, I don't even know, maybe right in there. Nice. Ugh. Not looking good. I would imagine 3M holds here. Steven says that open jumped right back above. Yep, open. I know a bunch of the guys in the Money Flow group have added to this. Open. Yeah, look at this, dude. So if you weren't in it, you wanted to be, look at it, it's right back above the 20. How beautiful. This is why I don't like hard stops. Yes, there are days where hard stops save your ass without a doubt. And if you're a short-term trader, 1 hour day trader, you have to use them. If you're a position trader like me, I will not use hard stops. The last thing I'm going to do is get fucking stopped out here at the open just to watch the stock come back here. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you a horror story. My father had hard stops on buy and hold positions. I don't know why. And they were way low. Like he had hard stops way down. $30 from, I don't even know why he had these in. And we had some of you guys may not remember, we had a flash crash, computer problem. Like all these Dow stocks dropped huge. Procter & Gamble fell like $30, $45, $50. Like Kramer was on TV talking about, I don't know what's happening. You can pull it up on YouTube, the flash crash we had. It was a kid in England that somehow caused this flash crash to happen based on the way he was trading, and it did some shit to the algorithmic computers. And he ended up getting in trouble over it, but it caused a flash crash. And when my dad woke up, stocks that he had been in for years and years and years and years, he was stopped out of them. And then the market recovered 2 hours later for him to take a massive loss. I will not use hard stops. Not happening. I'd rather lose money than to do that. But if you're trading very, very, very short window, you absolutely probably need to. Yeah, they put his ass in prison, which is bullshit too. Go read it. It's a UK trader that caused the flash crash. Pull it up on YouTube. It's an interesting story. Indian kid living in his parents' basement. Kid made fucking millions. Put him in jail. It was bullshit too. Like hedge funds do that shit all the time. Let's see. Somehow his coding software tricked computers. I don't know. Yeah. He traded E-mini futures. Some of you guys have probably heard this story. He built a bot. Yeah. It's a fascinating story. Back in the box, I would say. Yeah. DraftKings is back in the... Man, look at these... All these big down moves in DraftKings, man. If you had the balls. Look at these... Look Look how this is held, man. Support's been holding here, and it keeps coming back. So we definitely got some buyers down in here. Right. Exactly. He tricked the computer, man, in that. Yep, there's a movie too. It's fun to watch. Also, if you guys haven't seen, what is it, Trading Warriors? I know, Timmy Sykes is on that. If you saw my story I posted the other day, Tim Sykes on the cruise ship that showed below deck. Tim's on there, and he is a weird dude, man. Yep, DraftKings looks good. I mean, honestly, this is a big box right here. Like what we're looking at here, this is a really wide box. It's hard to trade it, but this is just a big stage 1 box that's forming right here. Yeah, I mean, that was our pivot point. That point's held. Yeah, I like it, man. What's up, Diane? Chris said he doesn't ball. He's loving growth stocks right now. Well, okay, this is good to point out. This is something that's important. Chris says to me, I love, he's saying I'm loving growth stocks right now. And yet I'll have other people, they're not loving growth stocks right now. They're all messed up. And they're doing I could have bought this and I could have bought that with the money. The moment you say in your head, you could have bought this and you could have bought that with the money, you no longer are trading. Matter of fact, you never were in. Part of your problem could be you never were actually convicted. Like in your mind, you're still fucking back there. And you're doing a dollar game instead of a trading game. And why would he love them and the next guy not love them? So this guy bought up here, and I told you it's when you get on the train. And so if you're new to trading, you're going to see everything from where you got on the train. Well, what if a guy just started trading yesterday? Very first time, he's like, Gerald, what should I buy? And I said, hey, man, buy some ARK. Boom, he's up. He's like, cool. But if a guy started for the very first time over here, and he said, what should I buy? And say, buy ARK. It's in a stage 1. And then another guy started over here and he said, Gerald, what should I buy? And I said, buy ARK. It's in a stage 1. And then over here, a guy's brand new and he just started trading. He said, what should I buy? And I said, buy ARK. It's in a stage 1. Now, all of these were money flow stage 1s. Well, the guy that bought over here, he's like, fuck your system. Now, the new guy that just came in, he's coming in now. He's like, man, this is cool. And I went through this, man. I went through this during the COVID crash. People are like, oh, fuck this. And then people that just joined the money flow are like, man, this shit is great. And we're all talking about the same thing. It just depends on when you got on the train. You get it? If you plan to ride the train for the rest of your life, it don't really matter. You can only play the hand that you've been dealt. And so if you liked DraftKings up here, you really should like it down here. I mean, if you can get that through your head, it'll change the way you see. Now, if you're buying, weird, obscure stocks that may or may not be in business, I don't know what to tell you, but DraftKings is not going out of business. Palantir is not going out of business. Uber, Lyft, Teladoc, all these, they're fine. I was in Uber last night. It's okay. Roku. So that's a very good point. It's when you got on the train, okay? Let's see. This is ARK. This is ARK. If we go back to the beginning. You're like, wait, Gerald, ARK was trading before I was in the stock market? Yes, little unicorn, it was here before you. So if we go back, children, back to the good old days of way back in the 2016, 2017, when many of you were still learning to get a driver's license. Back in those days, there was ARK. Guess what? If you bought ARK back in those days, guess what? Up here, you're like, man, this is nice, right? This is nice. But all the little unicorns that bought up here, they're like, boo-hoo, I don't like ARK. My portfolio's dropped by 6. It's all when you decided to get on the train. If you got on the train here, you had a great run. If you got on the train here, it ain't looking so good. And that's called market cycles. And markets move up and markets move down. And it just matters, when did you get on the train? Now, if you're on the train for life, none of this will matter. Over time, it'll all even out. And you say, Gerald, what do you mean? Well, let's look at Exxon. Everybody loves oil stocks right now. Oh, these stocks are amazing. Yeah, well, that ain't been the way it's been all the time. If we come way back to 2009, Exxon was what? $57, and it fell to what? $25. That looks a lot like a 60% drop. But Gerald, I could have bought a Ferrari. I know you could have. And then what? And then it went from that to what? Way up here, went all the way to $70-something. And you're like, wow, that's nice. And then all the little unicorns bought all the oil stocks up here. And then what happened? It fell down to 47. That's a 50% drop. And all the little unicorns were sad. My account went down. And then it just went sideways for, what is that? From 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, oil got locked in a range of, Exxon did, from trading from 70 to 50, right? And then the story became that nobody's ever going to use oil again. And oil plummeted. And I owned oil at 70. And it fell. And I told all the little unicorns to buy it at 60. And then it fell again. And I told all the unicorns to buy it at 40. And then it fell again. And then at 37, I was saying we should buy some more. And people were like, but I could have bought a Ferrari. Okay. And now where's it at? Now it's up here at 80. It all depends on when you get on the train. So the guy that joined with me and I was saying buy it at 37, he's like, man, this guy's smart. But the guy that joined here and it fell straight to 37 are like, fuck this dude. And yet we're buying the same thing. What's the difference? When you got on the train. So if you're the little unicorn that's going to get off the train, you're always going to have a problem with the stock market. But if you've decided instead of trading for a living, you're trading for life, you're investing for life, then the train, the ups and the downs, become your friend. And that's how my friend just said, I'm loving growth stocks now. Why? Because he's got a clear head. He can see the future, right? He knows that over time, stocks go up. So look at the SPY. This is the big sell-off, man. This is where all my friends got sad. Oh, Gerald, I don't want to do stocks anymore. I could have bought a Ferrari. All right. Right there. Look at that. It's almost like it's never happened before. So as we go back, and I had to delete my stories the other day because I went into profanity and cursing and yelling at people because I'm sick of your fucking whining. And I had to delete it because I couldn't take it anymore, man. I couldn't take it from people. I don't know. I guess they don't understand history. Like this stuff is this is 2009, goes all the way back. Before all the unicorns were in the stock market, look, it would crash and fall, and burn. And yet over time, it would creep higher and higher and higher. And that's what's going to happen. So you could quit and get out and go buy your house. That's the big one I've been getting. Oh, I was thinking about getting out now because, I wanted to buy a house. And if the market was going up, they weren't having that story. That story came out because it started to go down. And then they made up stories about why they needed to get out. And you know who you are. There's a bunch of you in Discord sent me private messages with your bullshit excuses why you were pulling out. You just won't say you're scared. Oh. Let's see. It's all right to be scared, man. I get scared. I get scared too. Look at Zillow. When all the unicorns bought Zillow up here, right? Up here. And then it fell down here. It's like, oh, it's never been here before. Dude, come on, man. Come on. What the fuck are we talking about? Zillow's been down here a bunch of times. And just like Exxon, growth stocks run up, growth stocks run down, and then they run up, and then they run down, and they run up, and they run down. And you can either get excited Or you can say, oh, well, I was the little unicorn that bought high, and now I don't want to do it anymore, so I'm going to quit. You get what I'm saying? When you get this through your mind, it took me years, guys, to get what I just explained to you into my brain. By the way, Zillow's breaking out. It took me a long time to get that. I did all that stuff, the panic selling, the freak outs, you could ask my wife, you could talk to her. I'd be freaking out in the house, man. Then one day I just decided, fuck it, I'm going to ride it to zero. Fuck it, I'm riding it to zero and I'm going to keep buying. I'm playing for life. I'm going to buy Bitcoin all the way to zero, playing for life. I just settled all that. And then it got a lot easier. Then I just began to play. If I like Zillow, the game I'm playing is not the balance. It's acquiring shares on stage ones. Okay? Some of them are up here. Look, big down move. When that comes back and is up here in 1 year, 2 years, whatever, you're not even going to remember this nonsense. Ukraine what? You won't even remember it, man. Get what I'm saying, man? Get what I'm saying? So, yeah, moral of the story is don't be a unicorn. Be the bull. Get it? Be the bull, man. And I know it sucks. It hurts. Like when you look. It hurts your brain. I get it. That's why you got to work on your mind, man. You got to work on your mind. Pick quality, and I'll end with this. I was telling a guy in 2008, I didn't know what to buy. It seemed like every company was going out of business. Ford was like at $1. Bank of America fell to $1. And you look back and you're thinking, oh man, you should have bought the hell out of that. Well, when that was happening, guess what? Nobody has an appetite to buy. Very few people did. People are scared. This is why all you guys waiting on a crash in the housing. Like, okay, when that happens, you're not buying. Trust me. Because every bank in the world will not lend to you. You probably won't even have a job. So it's easy to say when things are good, when things are bad, I'll buy. When they actually go buy, it's really difficult to do the buying, right? It really is. Unless you're a person that just does that all the time. And so it's not one transaction. It's not backing up the boat or the truck. You hear that phrase. It's just constantly nibbling is the key. Whatever the market gives you, I buy stage ones. Now, you're going to have conviction in the stocks you own. And from time to time, I lose conviction and I cut them. It ain't nothing personal. I don't trust the stock anymore. Or I don't trust the management. Or I don't like what they're doing. That's not about the price. People will cut the stock because of price. That's not why I'm cutting it. Ford fell to $1. Bank of America fell to $1. Where's B of A now? It's not the price, right, that we're talking about. Yeah, look at this. This is Bank of America. It fell literally to like $1. And then where did it go? To $40. So think on that, man. So if you were the unicorn that got in here, and I'm over here telling you about the money flow and stage 2 breakouts, and it falls from $50 to $1, you do not like me. Now you guys are like, oh, I'd be buying. Bullshit. You'd be quitting Discord, moving on to something else. Well, how do I know? Because they're doing it now. Doing it now, man. So what would have been the greatest buying opportunity in your life? Most people cannot do it. Look, guys, that's a stage 1. Guess what? Stage 1, stage 1, stage 1. Right. And now we're going this way. Have we ever been this way before? Of course we have. That's the cycle, man. And that's a stage 1. I would have said, and guess what? The next one, I'd say buy it. Why? Because I don't know direction. I just know what bottoms look like. And I know what tops look like. And there's the money flow, right? You see it on a weekly chart too, right there in front of you. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know what the market's going to give us. I know this. If I'd have been buying stage 1 since I first got on the train, I'd be a hell of a lot richer. That I know. So I stick to what I know is true. And we could go down just stock after stock with this game here, but I think you get what I'm saying. That's Ford. I mean, God bless. So keep that in mind, man. People are scared. It's a natural emotion. And guess what? People who exercise natural emotions will be poor. It takes mental courage and strength, and you have to work on that. And the best way to work on that is to put the right shit in your head and to go study history. Go read. Go look what happens. Read the greatest traders of all time, how they made their money. They made their money when it's cheap. So, and if you're like, I don't have any money right now. All right, well, we exposed your problem. Fix that problem. Stocks aren't your problem. It's the fact you ain't got no money. That's the problem. And that's why you'll hear me say, always start with you. The best trade is in you. It's in you. Mindset. And I don't mean run off buy a bunch of guru courses, but it could be. Could be. I mean, don't spend a lot of money on it, but you get what I'm saying? He says, see right here, my man says, I want to buy, but I'm worried it's not the bottom. Well, imagine if he understood the money flow. He wouldn't worry it's the bottom or not. He would just buy stage ones and move on with life. See, think how much pressure I could take off of his brain. He'd just buy stage ones and go about his day. Yeah, we'll look at band and I'll get off here. I hope somebody got something out of that, man. It's so important. I have to remind myself of this stuff too, guys. Oh my God. Yeah. Don't touch this. Band has literally... What the hell? It is down 31%. You want them to go up slowly. Wow. I'm not in band. I don't know what's going on there. Wow. Skills was doing the same thing, wasn't it? Wow. Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with these stocks, but wow, we're not looking at XRP. XRP's a cult. Let's see. I always make my XRP friends mad. The crypto coin XRP is a cult. You know how I know? Because whenever I say that, they all start to pee themselves a little and get very fucking pissed. When anybody gets emotionally fucking upset about a fucking coin or a stock, they're in a cult. Yeah, BAN was a great trade last year. And look at it. God bless, dude. I don't know what's going on with it. Yep, my man here said, stress level has drastically lowered since buying stage ones. Yep, for buy and hold. Now, if you're trying to trade, you may focus just on breakouts. Wow. Yeah, CRM, I like it. Today it went green. It is now green. That tells me the bottom should be in on this stock. Yeah, PLTR is a buy here. What stage ones would you recommend right now? He's trying to get Discord information for free. Let me block this guy. Yeah, I hope that helped, man. I appreciate you. I must say your name wrong. I see you on my lives all the time. Holo? Oko? Yeah, I got a lot of positions in the red. Don't worry about it. They'll be back. Nothing wrong with a call if you're making money. No, I ain't got a problem with. I personally don't like that coin, but that don't mean you shouldn't buy it. I can be wrong. If any of that you didn't understand when I was talking about, I don't like the fact that the owners have so much of the coin. They could just dump it on the market. That's why I don't like it. And I don't think I think it's centrally controlled, and I don't like that. Anything I said you didn't get or don't understand the 4 stages of price movement, it's not a predictive. It just is what is, okay? And that's all I know is what is. And if you go over to my newsletter, I think it's on page 10, you'll see a summarization of the money flow. And you can see the moves I'm making. I need to update it. I haven't made a lot of moves in the last few days, so there's not a lot updated. I keep my trading log on page 4. You should have a trading log too, or at least listing what you're doing. I haven't posted since the 18th. I think I've only done a couple of things. This is delayed, obviously. if you're in our Discord group, I post them in there in real time, and then I text them to your phone. If you're international, I send it via WhatsApp. That's where all my international friends are. Oh, Jesus. He said Biden's about to speak. Fuck. Who knows what'll happen then. If anything I can do to help you, newsletter's free, man. If you come over here and just click down there, it's free. Obviously, I charge for my book. Yeah, daily chart, bro. Daily chart. Get the ebook. It'll help you. You'll at least get one gem out of it. And I have over 400 trading books. If you get one thing out of each one, that's all you need, man. God, look at this CRM chart. That's amazing, huh? That is amazing. We sold some up in here. Not to brag, but we sold some up in here. And we bought it much lower. And then now we're getting a chance to do it again. And no, you can't just join the Discord, bro. You got to buy my book. You got to read it. And then you can apply. We try to keep it small. And if I add hoops like you got to apply, it lowers the number of members. And that means less whiners for me. Let's see. Not just whiners too, but at least then you get to be friends with some people. A lot of people in Discords I'm friends with. It's hard to do that when you got 9,000 people. But if I got, less than a few hundred or 500, whatever, then you actually get to be friends with them. And you get my cell phone number, and if I can help you, I help people with a lot of other shit besides trading, looking at a real estate deal. Now, don't send me a bunch of fucking deals from Realtor that you actually have no intention of going to see the property. But like if you're legitimately looking in buying, then yeah, I help a lot of people with that kind of stuff too. Talking to them on the phone, shit like that. All right, man, you guys be blessed. Keep the faith. Appreciate you, YouTube. You know what? I'm not going to post that. We don't need to post that, do we? Appreciate you guys, man. We'll see what the rest of the day unfolds. Where's the spies? It's still up. Nope. We might come back down. Shit. I was hoping that'd be the bottom, but maybe not, man. Maybe not. But, same thing, man. If we gap down again tomorrow, I'd probably nibble a little. We're in way oversold territory, so appreciate you.